Okay, this is a troubleshooting video for the Mac users in the classroom. When you installed the version of NetBeans for your Macs, we found that it gave us some problems. So I'll just start it up. It may take a minute. And it does this. It gives us this big button here. It says left button. There's a big blank space, a couple of icons. And when we try to create a new project, nothing happens. Try to create a new file, nothing happens. Why? Well, in this case, what's happened is I suspect that either when your Macs were loaded or when you installed a piece of software for some purpose, it wound up installing a version of Java on the machine previously, and this has become the default even though you've installed a new version of Java to work with NetBeans, and NetBeans needs Java 8.2. It won't work with any other version. So it will play nicely with different versions of Java. Now I've installed the matching version of Java. Here it is, the JDK 8U191 Mac OS X x64 DMG. I've installed this already. I'm not going to go through that again. It's in the previous video. So we need to find, first of all, where our version of Java that we need is located. So we'll go into Folder, and into Library. And you'll notice that there's a capital L after the backslash. Very important. Mac OS X is based on OpenBSD or NetBSD, which is a Nix flavor, which means that it's case sensitive for directories. So inside of the library you'll find a folder called Java. You need to double left click it to go into it. You'll see extensions and Java virtual machines. And you'll see in this case that we have two. JDK 11.0.1.JDK, which is the one NetBeans has wound up defaulting to because that was the first version installed. And you'll see one called JDK 1.8.0_191.JDK. This is the one we want. So make note of this folder name, write it down, copy it, whichever. And then we're going to go into our applications folder. Double left click NetBeans. You'll tell I'm using a multi-button mouse in this case. Then NetBeans, we need to right click on it and go Show Package Contents. We are then going to descend into the Contents directory. It's a long way down where we're going. Into the Resources directory, into the NetBeans directory, into the etc. folder. We are going to edit this folder called NetBeans folder, file called netbeans.conf. So I'm going to open with text edit. I'm just going to expand this a little bit. And the line that we're looking for down here has a hash sign in front of it, and it says NetBeans_JDK home equals, in my case it says path to JDK. We need to change this and put the correct path in here. Now I happen to have made a copy of this so that I don't have to type it in. Paste. And you'll see that this is what we want here. Library, Java, Java Virtual Machines, JDK, Contents, Home. Again, make sure to pay attention to the case. If these are not correct, it will not work. And one more thing. At the beginning of the line, get rid of that hash sign, a hash tag as it's called. An old geek like me refers to it as octothorpe. Click Save. We can quit text edit, and we can close that. If we open NetBeans now, it should work. It might take a minute or two longer than we expect because I've just told it to use a different version of Java than it was using. So we'll just sit here and wait. And lo and behold, it looks different. So if we go File, New Project, it now works. And we can do a new project if we wish to do so. It will go through the activating PHP routine, which is just fine. And there we go. Now I'm going to cancel out of this. And that's how we fix the problem that we've had. If it doesn't work, let me know.